Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another beer review, another blind battle beers. I've been having so much fun doing these, and I'm going to try and do them way more often. So we've been doing some Russian River beers recently. Did some Pliny videos and some Blind Pig videos, and people had messaged me on Instagram saying, hey, don't forget about Happy Hops, it's super underrated. And so I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to do a blind battle beers with Blind Pig and Happy Hops, both single IPAs from Russian River, both very close in ABV. Blind Pig is 6.25, Happy Hops is 6.5%, so very close. And I agree with people who are messaging me about don't forget about Happy Hops. Happy Hops, in my opinion, is criminally underrated. I reviewed it, I think like 3 or 4 years ago. It was around, I want to say it was like around COVID time, when Russian River started shipping beers. Happy Hops wasn't a beer that we used to see in Southern California, so I didn't get to drink it. But then once they were shipping beers, I started buying it. I'm like, this beer is really, really good. So I don't know the hops for both of these, so I don't know how close they are, but both West Coast IPAs, both around the same ABV. Both of these bottles are close. Fresh-wise, Happy Hops was bottled January 29th, and Blind Pig February 5th. So within 5 days of each other. Time of recording today's February 22nd. So they're both about 2.5, 3 weeks old. So I think this will be fun. Let's do it. We were just talking about how Blind Pig for me is a Mount Rushmore IPA. So if it turns out that I prefer Happy Hops when I drink them side by side, it's going to be pretty wild, but that's why we do it. So let's do it. These beers look exactly the same color-wise. This beer had more head than this one. When we did the Pliny, the Elder, and Elder Foo, one of the beers had way more head, but these are both Russian River beers, so I wouldn't be able to tell you that one's different because of the head alone. They are both straw yellow. Probably look darker on camera. Both have plenty of bubbles in the glass. So let's do it, shall we? This is going to be fun. I love West Coast IPAs. As per usual, the Ken glass is closest to me, so we'll start with it. Let's smell this thing. Good Lord, it smells good. It is resinous, it's dank. It is like lemon lime. There's a little tropical thing to it though. What is that? It's like resinous pineapple, something like that. Maybe like a melon kind of a character. Gosh, it smells intensely hoppy. Very bright, bready. A little bit of sweetness. Gosh, that smells fucking awesome. Smell this one. So this one isn't as tropical. This one feels more old school. This one's like piney, floral, lemon peel, maybe some grapefruit. But this one feels more like earthy, piney, floral. There's like an earthy dank thing to it. It smells awesome. It smells very bright, but this has a tropical thing. Yeah, this smells a little fruity, which makes me just think the aroma's a little bit better just because that like other layer of flavor, or layer of aromatics. They both smell awesome. This one just smells more old school, kind of West Coast, like pine, floral, resin. This has the same thing, but more of like a bright, like a little bit of tropical thing. So let's taste the Ken glass. Cheers. Beer is fucking delicious. It's so dry. So dry. I want to chug it. Yeah, so this is dank and resinous, good amount of bitterness, but there is like a melon or pineapple something tropical. It's faint, but it's there. Zesty, pithy, middle of your tongue, digs in, stays, sweet on the finish, bready, dry, crusher of a beer. Gosh, this is fucking delicious. It's spritzy too. Spritzy mouthfeel, prickly on your tongue. Just an absolute fantastic West Coast IPA. Holy smokes. I love it. That fruitiness, like on the finish, with that sweetness, that bready sweetness is so great. It's going to be tough to beat that one. Let's taste this one. Cheers. That's good too. That is, it just feels more old school. Much more, this one's much more bitter on your tongue. Sides of your tongue. Digs in, it's lemon peel. Citrus zest, if you will. Piney and floral. That earthy thing is there that we were smelling. I feel like the bitterness lingers a little bit more on this one. But yeah, like the white part of like the lemon zest or like the white part of grapefruit, it's so pithy. This one too, dry on the finish, crackery, bready, sweet. This is much more old school. Fucking awesome beer. But this with a little bit of tropical thing, I prefer. We had Blind Pig recently. Do I remember having a tropical thing to it? I don't know. See, this is the thing I talk about. Everyone with the batch one was better. I just drank Blind Pig probably a week and a half. When was that? It was recently. I don't fucking remember. Like when you say when you say batch one of a beer was better, you don't remember. So stop doing that. We have to stop with the Untappd nonsense. Batch one was better, bro. No, the fuck it wasn't. You have no clue. I don't remember any of the beers that I drank after I drank them. I drank them and I'm in the moment. I'm like, this is fantastic. But you don't remember. You don't remember. Stop saying that. I will fight all of you. It's so fun drinking these side by side because they're so different. Not so different, but they're different. The extra fruitiness in this beer kind of wins me over. So, I mean, these are so similar in ABV. One 6.25, one 6.5. The extra bitterness, intensity, a little bit more body makes me lean that this one is Happy Hops. But I don't know. If this is Blind Pig, then I prefer Happy Hops because this one with that extra like tropical thing, that fruitiness, drinking them side by side, I enjoy it more. So we'll just guess just because. I think Happy Hops is an older school recipe too. Is that right? Fuck, I might be wrong. Who cares? That's why it's fun doing these. It doesn't matter if I'm right. I don't care to be right. I just care to tell you what I prefer, and I prefer whatever is in the Ken glass. This is going to be my guess. We'll see. If this is Happy Hops, holy smokes, I'm going to be stoked. And both of these, like I said, are fantastic beers, but when you drink them side by side, this is the one I prefer. So we'll see if Blind Pig gets knocked off. If that's Happy Hops, man. It is. Ken is Happy Hops and Ryu is Blind Pig. Man, that extra tropical thing, dude. That's crazy. I just want to make sure I read this right. Ken is Happy Hops. So there you go. That's why we do fun stuff like this. So drinking these side by side, again, both of these are fucking awesome IPAs. You know what's crazy is Blind Pig is lower alcohol, but this seems a bit more impactful. Like there's a more, it's a little bit fresher. I don't know if that would be the thing, but yeah, drinking them side by side, this little extra fruity part is fucking awesome. Gosh, this is just so old school fucking goodness. But drinking them side by side, I like that little extra tropical thing. This to me is still a mount. This isn't changing the status of Blind Pig in my mind. It's just now if I'm at the store and they don't have Blind Pig and they have Happy Hops, I'm gonna be like, I fucking love Happy Hops, so I will be drinking that. And if you guys have not had Happy Hops, there's a reason why I got messages saying don't forget about Happy Hops. Don't forget about Happy Hops. This beer, I'm telling you, this beer is criminally underrated. It needs to be talked about more in the Russian River lineup. Everyone always talks about Pliny and Pig and Younger, but Happy Hops is such a good beer. So there you go. And you guys know, always cuvee playa. It's crazy to me. Like, I love when stuff like that happens. I love that Happy Hops is freaking delicious. Why can't we get this to swirl? It smells, it smells fucking awesome. Am I gonna be able to get any beer out of there? I mean, it's fantastic as a cuvee too. You're getting all that intense like this is so pithy. You're getting all that pithiness still, but you get that layer of like tropical with it. So there you go. Another blind battle beers in the books. Happy Hops is a dark horse. We need to put some respect on its name. I hope you guys are fans of it. If not, make this part of your Russian River experience. If you go somewhere and there's Russian River, like a tap takeover or something, check out Happy Hops. If you're in California and you don't get distro of Russian River, order some online. You can make mixed cases. Happy Hops is fucking fantastic. Both of these beers are unreal, but that little tropical thing, man, drinking them side by side, it kind of wins me over. So another blind battle beers in the books. Appreciate you guys watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these